To say that they hated them would be a vast understatement. They despised the Babylonians. They despised them for their brutal, cruel, rapacious, bloodthirsty actions. All you have to do is read the ancient historians to see how the Babylonians were. In that day, they were the mightiest army in the world, and no one could stand against them. Let me tell you the kind of thing the Babylonians would do. They would come into a city and conquer it. And if they decided that that city was insufficiently servile to them, if they decided that there was still a rebellious spirit, they would send the soldiers out and gather all the old men, all the young men, all the middle-aged men, all the teenage boys, all the little boys, and all the infant baby boys. And one by one, they would cut their heads off. And then they would take the mountain of severed skulls and put that mountain of severed skulls in the city square, the middle of the city, as a mute testimony. This is what happens to anyone who dares to stand against mighty Babylon. The Jews knew this, so they hated the Babylonians, hated them for their bloodthirstiness, hated them for their paganism, hated them for their sexual promiscuity and their gross, violent immorality, and for the idol worship that pervaded their culture, hated their language, hated their culture, hated their way of life, hated their worldview, hated everything there was to know about the Babylonians. The Jews hated them with a fierce and deep hatred.